Hello there, you are watching Deep Seated Geek and my name is Jason. This isn't really a normal episode that I was going to do. This is just more of like a confessional that I feel like I have to do because I did something potentially awesome and potentially stupid at the same time. Here's how it goes. I was just recently at a wedding for a friend of mine and it was a fantastic time, so much crazy fun. One of the things he did different than most typical weddings that I've been to is there was no dance and like DJ kind of stuff and all that, you know, which is great because I can't dance and I always feel like a fool because I'm the guy sitting in the corner and moping around because I can't dance and there's pretty girls all over the place and I can't dance. What I'm trying to say is that I can't dance, so it makes me uncomfortable. But what he opted for instead was that because it was like pretty much like a big family gathering all there, blue, of course it was all there, nah. Okay, we'll cut right there. So it was like a great big family get-together, you know, even though it wasn't my family, they were so friendly. And what he did instead of the whole dance kind of thing there, is that he just had everybody get into their comfy clothes and they had a bazillion board games for everybody to play. So I thought, okay, well that's new, that's different, you know, I'll probably have an okay time with that. I had a fantastic time with that. Which led me to coming home right away and getting on Amazon and purchasing one of the games that was the most fun that I had ever played. It was a little game called Dominion. Okay, this is the box right there. Wah! It's pretty much a crazy card game. Like, you ever seen like those games like Magic the Gathering? You know, like I always used to like shy away from like Magic because like in high school those were the kids that would live underneath the stairwell and like, I'm a hobbit, you know, so I wasn't really into that. But this was my first card game like that I had ever played, and it was crazy fun. It was super easy to get into, and well, it didn't hurt that I was kind of kicking ass for most of the game, but I ended up losing anyway. Anyway, so I came home, and yeah, I ordered that off of Amazon real quick. But the problem is that it kind of became an addiction. I've also been watching a lot of YouTube as kind of a replacement for TV, because I don't have cable, you know, there's nothing on TV that I can't wait for like the whole season to come out on DVD for, you know, so YouTube is my TV channel of choice lately. One of the shows that I've been watching a lot lately, and you'll probably hear me mention these guys like throughout all my videos eventually, is a show on Geek and Sundry called Tabletop, and it's hosted by Will Wheaton. Pretty much it is what it is, okay? It's him, he gets a whole bunch of like celebrity friends of his, and they just play board games. Every time they do one of the episodes, I want to buy the game. So there I am, I'm buying Dominion on Amazon there, and I happened to rewatch this one episode called Small World, and it had Day 9 from Day 9 TV, who's a big StarCraft 2 player. And it looked like so much crazy fun. And I just love games that look fun. So, yeah, I bought it. It's pretty much like a role-playing game and you just like take over the land and all this kind of stuff. And whoever has the most land and points and gold and all that kind of stuff, you win. And the characters are just over-the-top, ridiculous versions of like their typical RPG kind of elements. So, I bought that one too. But then they had this other great episode where they played through this great game that's a classic if you're into board games and all that. And if you're into the TV show The Big Bang Theory, you may have seen this game on there as well. It was called Settlers of Catan, okay? Now when you describe it, it doesn't sound too flashy or anything like that. All you do is just pretty much trade items with other players so you can create a bigger, broader village or world, and whoever has the most whatevers at the end of the game, you win. So when you describe a game like, oh, I'll trade you wood for sheep and sheep for mortar and, you know, ore and all that kind of stuff, it doesn't sound too promising. But when you play the game, whatever, I bought it, this is what I'm trying to get at. I have a problem, I have a serious addiction, and I've never been like this before, I don't know why. But then I thought that would have been it, you know, but I kept watching the TV series there, or excuse me, the YouTube channel there, and they had one called Ticket to Ride, and pretty much it's a train kind of simulator game, you know, like where you try and build train tracks across like the United States and Canada and try and connect everything, and people who have like, oh, forget it, I bought it, there it is, I'm so ashamed of myself, I am so ashamed. But not too ashamed to admit that I bought Pandemic too. It was their recent episode, and I watched this, and this looked like the most insane fun of all. I think like when I first decided to buy Dominion, I looked for Pandemic as well, and then I remembered all the other games, and I just had to buy those. So Pandemic is pretty much like Ticket to Ride, where you're trying to connect. Well, no, it's not like Ticket to Ride, because people die, and it's horrible. Sorry. This is actually a different way of playing a game, actually, where all the players in the game are working together, and the thing that's like your rival, if you will, is the game itself. So pretty much it's a pandemic, like across the globe. There are all these like little diseases that sprout up, and if too many diseases hit one city, it spreads, you know, so it's like this great big spider web of disease. So you play like all the people who can like take care of the situation, like scientists, researchers, and all that kind of stuff. And your goal is to pretty much stop the next kind of bird flu or zombie apocalypse, you know, so I was down with that. So when I bought them, I mean, I thought, when I bought them, I thought, you know, it's not a big deal. I haven't purchased a lot of things in a while, and, you know, it'd be cool to get some board games if ever I have, like, my friends over and all that kind of stuff. But then I looked at the bill. I didn't need to eat this month. That's fine. That's fine. I've got board games, and I'm pretty sure, like, the plastic pieces from Ticket to Ride, that they're edible. You know, you just boil them in some water and make a fine, poisony kind of soup. That's all good, yeah. So anyway, thanks for hearing my little confession there. I feel guilty, but I'm so excited to play these board games as well. So if you're in the area, if you're in Winnipeg, and you know me, I don't like stalkers, but if you know me and you want to try out some of these board games, hit me up. We'll we'll make a night of it, alright? Anyway, thanks for watching this video. I hope you like it. If you do, please indicate below that you like the video, share this video with your friends and family, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. Other than that, we will see you next time on Deep Seated Geek. Take care.